Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the third episode of the second season of Yakusoku no Neverland. And last episode, we got a really big piece of information about the world. The idea that the demons and the humans, all this time I've been imagining like the humans being on the brink of extinction, the whole world just swarming with demons. But it turns out, no, we had an agreement, we got a nice little split, demon half. Human half. Demons don't hunt humans, humans don't hunt demons, and instead the demons just get to farm humans, right? Which, I guess that's a good solution from the humans' perspective, at least from the ones that aren't left behind there, and, the children of those ancestors that just you're literally born into that fate. It sucks a lot for them, but yeah, we are, of course, in the process of getting back to the human side. I guess that's the end goal, although we do of course want to save other people and other farms and stuff, so we'll see how all that comes together. But yeah, we have a lot on our plates, for sure. And I do wonder, because that doesn't really negate the possibility of there being like a human resistance within the demon half of it, right? People that couldn't get back to the human side, but also they had enough of the farm life and just, found an abandoned warehouse or something to have a rebel group. That's still a possibility too, although, we haven't seen anything that would hint at that just yet. Aside from the Minerva stuff, we don't know too much about, really, so I'm still looking forward to learning more about that exactly. But yeah, for now, we're getting back into it. Emma has been learning some survival stuff, and this seems to be taking a bit of a toll on her mentally, and we'll also see kind of where that goes. But yeah, let's just jump into it for now. 3, 2, 1, play. Honeyplex. Yeah, then our Funimation logo. And then we'll get to the show. Bum, bum. Flowers. Red flowers. Which we know all too well. Yakusoku no Nebalando. Dinner served. Meet up, everyone. Enjoy your rabbits. Man, that is such an unsettling shot. I also look forward to eventually getting some insight into what exactly happened with Norman. Because I'm sure he's still alive. I just don't know where, doing what. I kind of want to just slowly go through this opening eventually and just see what I can pick up. But I also kind of don't want to do that because, spoilers. It's a weird mixed feeling. But the opening is certainly growing on me. Still like season 1's better. I doubt that will change, but it does have a nice feel to it, a nice flow. I don't know musical terms, so I tried. The clock ticked right before it ends. And back to our fun cave area. Hello? Are we gonna have a chat with you this episode? Because I would love that. Yeah, Phil. He was left behind to be the new leader. So, yeah, it seems like we're becoming pretty friendly with them. I agree. Oh, we are bringing up Norman. Now that's Norman. I miss him so much. To be fair, you haven't met a whole lot of demons. But I imagine her kind of would be a real rarity. So new experiences all around. Humans are friends, not food. Haha. This is nice. I'm glad we could become friends and not snacks. So it's been 6 days. That lingering kind of silence near the end there. Hopefully that didn't imply anything, but... Yeah, I am still just kind of waiting for things to go horribly wrong. Like, it's just a matter of time before those pursuers pop back up unexpectedly and scare me. And also the big trees still make me expect Titans to just show up. So what do we see? Is it like... I mean, dirt? I see a lot of dirt. I'm gonna guess anything that's not forest is cool to see. Just don't trip. Yeah, I don't want to say goodbye to Mujika either. We really didn't get a whole lot of her speaking. But, you know, I get that, but are you sure we can't take her with us? We'll take good care of her. Oh, really? Really? That'd be great. Yeah, water sources are dangerous because that's where predators go because they know that's where their prey will go. But we do need water, so it's kind of a rock and a hard place. Right. Speaking of, is that why you hide your eyes? Actually, a nice little hug there. I really am gonna miss you, Mujika. Oh, one final hug, or... Oh, okay. Final handhold. So that's what that sound was. Oh, wow, that's really pretty. It's blue. I kind of want it. Can I have it? I will never forget you, Mujika. You have forever been engraved into my heart. So we're separating, but these two are fairly prominent in the ED, aren't they? So there's no way they're just gonna like completely disappear from this story. Yeah, but could you not do that? Yeah, let's get some more insight into you two. Well, yeah. Okay, you're starting to really make me nervous now. So he definitely does know a lot. Then, but what's the but about? The buts would have me nervous. Really? So that was the issue, just... You want to hunt for your prey, not have them bred in a farm. Was that really the issue? Was that... Okay, so... Yeah, I never tried to do that much. Mujika seems cool, though. Like, she seems to not completely agree with what he's saying, which gives me hope that she's, you know, not gonna eat us at any point. But yeah, I definitely had a feeling there was more going on there. I still trust Mujika, though. She would never eat Emma. Or Emma's daughter. Are you okay? Oh, that's a no. Well, I guess we're having a battle. Oh! I hope he didn't need that head. So, you want to come next? Come on, the water's fine. Well, you should have quit while you were ahead. Navigate by the stars. Oh? Really? But there's nothing here. Is it underground? Do you have like a cool underground base? Because that's fairly typical for like, you know, resistance organization hideout. Maybe it's camouflaged. Maybe it's that rock. Maybe we should try knocking on the rock, see if anyone answers. Maybe it's in the sky. Has anyone looked up? Yeah, I don't see much. I'm sure he's here somewhere. He's got to be well hidden, otherwise the demons would find him, so just look harder. How could this person that we never met betray us like that? But yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Settle down, everyone. Yeah, the pen is mightier than the sword. Okay. Yes, whip out the book. Okay. Map? I mean, yeah. Yeah, underground, exactly. Welcome. Unlocked. Oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure that's the entrance. So, hopefully they have a nice welcome wagon. I expect tea and cookies upon our arrival. It's not a sewer, is it? Yeah, don't jump to conclusions. I mean, I knew Minerva had our back, wouldn't betray us like that. I never doubted. Just gotta hope that, you know, we weren't followed. $105. Okay. Are we in like a dorm? Perhaps an underground apartment complex. So far we haven't seen anyone, which makes me a little bit nervous, but maybe they're all just sleeping. I mean, because I haven't seen any blood on the floor or anything, so that's a good sign. But would like somebody to say something. Yeah, please work electricity. Okay, I mean, even if nobody's here, this is it's a fine base if it's got electricity. Security cams, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Or Jack in the Box. Okay, so is that for like any new arrivals to let them know what to do? Right, definitely it is. So this is from Minerva. Oh, Just like a gift? Well, thank you. Yeah, he's done pretty well for us so far. Still wonder why nobody is here before us. That's a big question I got. Yeah, we actually have our own home now. You know, a non-farm home. Hopefully. Oh wow, even a bath. Okay, now we are living the good life. No time wasted. Yeah, party pooper. But yeah, just after all that walking in the forest, I'm sure a lot of people would love a bath right now. But there are other things to do, yeah. Okay, I mean, I keep thinking this is a great place, and then they just keep adding more great things to it. So this is, I mean, we basically found paradise. Like, a literal oasis in the desert that is the demon half of the world. Like, I don't think you can find anything better than this, honestly, realistically. Like, it's kind of got everything. The audio was like in just one side of my... It was weird. But okay, we even have music. The important things. Like, could you imagine having this in like a zombie apocalypse? Like, who needs to build walls when you just have an underground base, you know? Don't have to worry about walls coming down. I want to push buttons too. I want to help. Oh, whoa. Okay. Good work, kid. You okay. There was no message of this in the letter. It's gotta be more than just a closet, right? Well, I guess it could just be like a, yeah, like a secret hideout kind of thing in case of an emergency. Like, yeah, like an escape in case we get raided. That's good to have too, for sure. Yeah, we were able to secure pretty much everything. What do you mean? Go where? The bath? Yeah, because they wanted that bath, right? Like, we finally finished investigating the place so we can finally wash off weeks worth of dirt and who knows what else. Pretty close. That's a good point. Maybe there are tears of joy of the warmth and happiness that you now experience. I mean, there's been plenty of harshness. Oh. I'm definitely glad we made it here. It was a hard trip. I never liked hearing that word in the context of this show, I'll be honest. Ever since that one scene. You probably know the scene I'm talking about. Okay. It's really impressive that anyone could have put this all together. Like, could you imagine how long... Maybe you shouldn't... Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Poop power. Like, I would love to see, like, a backstory of the making of this base. Yeah, to the point where I'm getting nervous about how things will go. You're just... the more you say that, the more I think it's not going to be the case. Like, there's got to be a reason nobody is here. and I feel like we might find that out the hard way. But I'm gonna just try to enjoy the happiness for now. Because I know if I found this place, I'd never leave. And yet someone did, for some reason. Okay. Information would certainly be helpful. I'm glad you remembered, because I did not. Okay, what do we get? Spill the beans. Tell us everything you know. Alright, that's her voice. Normal. Well, yeah, I wonder if we're gonna check up on them, like, not them, but like, just as the audience, see them again. I see we're adjusting to this new home. Do we stick the pen in it? As a general rule, if there's a hole, there's something that's meant to go inside of it, so... What are you looking at, boy? Okay. He stuck it in. I'm not sure I like the lighting and mood of this scene. What exactly are we gonna find in here? It's like a pile of corpses behind that door. Oh. Okay. Does anybody have a quarter? Oh, Jesus. That's not a good sign. Please don't be an Oni demon voice. Oh, okay. That's good. Right? But, I mean, the help thing still concerns me. Like, I mean, I'll talk more about theories and stuff after the ED, but... But wow, this is a nice place. Like... Can't believe it even has hot water. You know, the first season really felt slow because we were obviously in just one location, and we had to just very slowly build up our, you know, strategies and information to make an escape. So it just inherently felt really slow because of that. But I feel like it's kind of changed a lot in the second season, where things really feel like they're just moving quickly. Because, I mean, they're moving quickly. They're experiencing more and more of the world very quickly. Okay, well, that was a third episode of Yakusoku no Neverland. And where to start with this one? Okay, so we did escape the forest, so that's cool. I mean, we did get a little bit more with Soju and Mujika. I know I'm probably butchering their names, but you know who I'm talking about. Our two demons, right? And I mean, we got a little bit more chatting with Mujika, and I feel like we haven't got as much with her as we have with the big guy, because, you know, he had the whole exposition dump about the human demon history and all that. So because of that, he's gotten more screen time. He's gotten more talking than Mujika has, but it seemed like we really bonded with Mujika. I mean, Emma and her definitely seem to have some good moments together, for sure. And she even gave her like a, she gave her that locket. I didn't think too much about that at the time, but what if that's like has like a tracking device or something in it? But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. It's just a thought that literally came to my mind as I remembered about that. But anyway, yeah, the amulet. Anyway, we said our goodbyes, right? And pretty much, yeah, as we were lingering on them, as we were leaving them, I was pretty much expecting, okay, yeah, you can be more honest now that they're gone. Tell us, the audience, what's up with you. Like, I was kind of just preparing myself for that, and we did. We got that. I mean, especially when he like opens us up by saying, "Hey, you sure got attached to that Mujika." Like that line itself has a lot of implications about, you know, essentially getting attached to them is not a good thing. Like, you generally wouldn't say that unless getting attached to them was a bad thing, and it's only really a bad thing if you plan on, like, you know, eating them. Like when you're like one of those shows where they have like a family pig and the child treats it like a pet, and they're like, you know, maybe you shouldn't do that, maybe you shouldn't get too attached because, you know, in a few weeks it's gonna be bacon for us, you know, like that kind of thing came to mind when we saw that line. So, and we were talking about like turning them in and whatnot, but it seems like that's not the path they're going down. But it doesn't mean necessarily, of course, it doesn't mean that they're not going to, you know, kill us, right? Like from the bit we got here, it seemed like his thing was that, not that he didn't want to eat people, but he didn't want to. He doesn't like. I think what it's trying to tell us is that he doesn't like the whole farming system, you know, like. What would you call it, domesticated human? I don't know the exact word for it, but he would rather like hunt like a natural predator that's more in line with his beliefs, I guess, is what it comes down to. So yeah, I guess what he wants is for them to live free, you know, breed naturally. It's just so weird to talk about. Breed naturally, so, you know, he could have that full-on hunter experience. Like, that's, you know, like you're hunting wild animals. Like, that's such a weird thing, like such a weird motivation that I wouldn't have possibly have guessed it until they had this in. Right? But yeah, I mean, he trains Emma and all them a little bit, so they, I guess, can put up a fight, you know, when it's time to hunt them and stuff. But like, yeah, so I guess we're gonna have another run-in with him at some point, if that's anything to go by. So that's something to worry about. I mean, Mujika, in the conversation, it seemed like she really wasn't too on board with what he was saying, but wasn't, like, you know, fully against it either. So I'm not quite sure where things will go with her. She almost seems like a bit of a wild card that's a little bit less predictable than he is, who seems to have a very solid, concrete motivation in that regard. But yeah, I was pretty sure that they weren't just helping us out for the kindness of their hearts. Like, I was pretty sure on that. I was just kind of waiting for the reveal, and we got it there. So, still not as bad as the Pursuers, right? You know, at the very least. And we actually did find our base, like the Minerva special base. Right? Like, I mean, they got there and they were so panicky, like, what? It's not here. Minerva's not here. Nothing's here. What do we do, guys? We were lied to. Like, they were going into full panic mode. But not me. I was pretty sure it was underground. Like, I mean, I made comments about, you know, the sky and stuff, but that was mostly a joke. I was pretty sure it was underground because that's literally the perfect place for a secret base for several reasons, right? You don't have to have, like, big old walls, conspicuous walls. It's much more secure, much more hidden, much more camouflaged. Like, it's just kind of perfect. They're just probably hard to make, I would imagine. Like, I've never seen anyone make a secret underground base, but I imagine it's pretty difficult, especially when you have it suited up as well as this clearly is. I needed water. So, yeah, the base itself, we did not see anyone there. I was hoping we would see someone there, like at least Minerva, or at least somebody that's familiar with Minerva. You know, like a descendant or something. Like, I don't know how old Minerva is, really. But, yeah, this is straight up a top-tier secret base, like like almost a fortress. I mean, this has, like, everything. It has security cameras, you know, monitors, bath, food, cooking supplies, the hot running water, I mean, it like kind of goes hand in hand with the bath, but it's got like it's just electricity. It's got everything. Like there's really nothing, at least that I could tell, was missing from this place, right? So a little bit too good to be true. It almost felt like, oh yeah, the farms as well, because that's pretty important. You know, having that food, that what's the word? Replenishable, renewable. You know, like they can keep making food, right? That's what I was looking for. A good word for. And even also a piano, you know, which also had a secret button that led to our secret closet. So that might come in handy later. And yeah, since they're so tiny, you can have like a dozen of them at the bathtub at once. I guess it's pretty convenient. But yeah, could you imagine just having that nice hot bath after all that trekking in the forest? Like, I couldn't even imagine how great that would be. So it's understandable how impatient they were about that. And also we got a radio, so we can actually, you know, hear what they're saying, but we actually didn't get too much in the way of information from that. It was just like the very basic, minimalistic check-in. I wonder if they ever do anything more than that. I guess we'll see in the future. But yeah, nothing too much really to say about that. But we did find a couple of, well, it looked like we had like a couple different areas, because we had the whole pen thing, but it looked like the others went somewhere different, like the place with the help written on the wall. I guess those are two different places. But yeah, one side was finding this nice little phone, and the other side was finding a wall, a room. But the important part of the room was the wall, and it just has help on it, probably written in blood, I would imagine. I mean, there's more than just help on it. I can't really. I mean, it looks like help is written a whole bunch of times. I don't know if anything else is written on there. Not that I can tell. But yeah, it was in this room with like bunk beds and stuff. And I mean, as far as the phone goes, Minerva, and that's just lying. That's straight up William Minerva, like actually talking to us. Like not like a letter, not like a voice recording, but actually talking to us, right? But, I mean, so that's what we saw. Now it's time for like theorizing and stuff, because first of all, Minerva called them at that moment, right? So clearly he knows that they're there. So obviously something triggered something that let him know that they're there. So I'm curious what that exactly is, for one thing. Secondly, yeah, why nobody's here I'm pretty curious about as well. Like, this is the kind of place where if you successfully escape a farm, you find this place, you live here forever, that's just how it is, right? And yet no one's here. Yeah, but there was like a welcoming with the letter and stuff like that, as if Minerva expected more people to come here, despite the fact that there's no one here currently. So, the big question: what happened to them, right? Like, I almost want to believe this is like a honeypot kind of thing, where, you know, maybe they have something like this in the near vicinity of every farm, and they know that if anyone escapes, they'll come here and they can find them here. Like, there's something there that, when trigger something else, like, oh, I guess some new recruits, some new people enter that place. Well, let's go round them up. So very well, in the next 24 hours or so, they could just have demons knocking on the door saying like, okay, we know you're there, you know, our buzzer went off, we know you're there, so just tell us your ID numbers, we'll get you back to wherever farm you belong in, and just cooperate and nobody gets hurt, you know, just yet. Like, that's kind of what came to mind as you know. But still not quite sure about Minerva, though. Like, I want to believe that he's on our side, like he really is just a human trying to help us, because, you know, he wouldn't set up something like that if that was the case. So I'm not quite sure. Like, if I just knew more about Minerva himself, that would probably help a lot in figuring out exactly what's going on here. Because it's also possible that this is just meant as a temporary spot, and that, you know, after you get here, you're guided to the real salvation, the real sanctuary. But I don't know how much sense that really makes either. So I don't really know exactly what's going on here, but something's fishy. That help on the wall says a lot as in regards to there being something wrong here. So, but like, it's not as if you saw like blood all over the place or anything like that. So it's not like there was a slaughter here, right? Although, unless the help was written in blood, which I don't know if that's the case, but yeah. Why would it just be that room that would be like that, though? And if this is meant to be like a honey trap or whatever, then they would surely, like, you know, cover that up. I don't know. Really. I want to learn more about this place, the history of it, how it was constructed, why nobody's here, where we're gonna go next, what will motivate us to leave this place. Like, I would assume just demons showing up and we just, like, hightail it out of there in the secret exit, right? That's what I imagine. So, yeah, really curious about all that. For sure. for sure, for sure. But for as long as it lasts, this is a cool place to be, it seems like. I'm just kind of waiting for demons to show up at any point. That's the only concern that I currently got. But I mean, that's a big concern, to be fair. But at least they got that bath. I mean, whatever else happens in the future, they did get that bath. So I think it was all worth it because of that. But what I'm trying to say is don't get too comfortable here. I think that's probably the best advice I can give them. Don't get too comfortable here, because it's probably not as great as it seems. Like, whatever the truth is, it's probably not as great as it seems. And it's not gonna last, so yeah, really interesting development here. Looking forward to seeing how things go in the future. So until then, bye bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.